welcome back to We Are the Batman. I'm Mike.
And this is Matthew.
Mike, why are you checking your phone on camera? Because this is a DC news episode, which means we are in full, scramble, gather all our notes together and go everything we have to talk about kind of episode. These are, honest to God, I think my favorite episodes we do. Because we don't do them we only do them once in a blue moon when there's truly just we've been retweeting and reposting everything on Threads. We're going to talk about it eventually, guys.
Yes.
It's like when there's a lull in the content, we will discuss some things. Penguin's done. We're waiting a couple weeks till Creature Commandos starts. There's no movies or anything coming out. We're kind of caught up with the absolutes and everything with comics. By the way, if you guys been checking out our reels with our polls, thank you guys so much for that. We've been having a lot of fun doing those. We're gonna keep doing those. So we are trucking along. I said, okay, a lot of DC news has dropped. We've weaved it into our discussions of things here and there, but I think it's a good time to just let's just get it all out in the open. And I think we should start with Matt. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Some weird stuff happening, but I didn't even say this, but is it wrong if we talk about a specific restaurant? We're not getting paid for any of this.
We don't get it. We don't see it time.
Oh wait, Subway is on this thing. Anyway, I went to Subway and had the chicken salad wrap. And that was way better than I imagined. I was trying to be health conscious. It's like, I don't want to eat bread. I don't want any of this beef. I don't want to blah, blah. Don't do cold cuts. And I was like, let me get the chicken salad sandwich wrap. And I was like, I needed 4 of these.
Well, I don't know about health conscious because it's Subway. So let's be honest. We got to question the integrity of
health of that place.
But as far as the worst things you could have eaten there, not by far. Yeah. I have a very low opinion of Subway. I've been spoiled by I work downtown, so I'm spoiled by bougie downtown sub shops now.
Oh, this is not an intention destination. This is the place that I can get food next door to my daughter's dance class.
Yeah.
That or the Mexican restaurant. No one ever says that. So I'm thinking it's a drug dealer taco stand, but that's a different story.
Trust me, dude, that's how I feel about Arby's in general is you never see a busy one. No. What mob are they fronting? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Arby's that's here in Tomball, it's literally it's Chick-fil-A, Sonic, Arby's, a Dairy Queen across.
Oh, do you guys still have Sonic?
Yeah.
Our last one finally closed.
And the ones you can park at too.
No, I know. They're the same everywhere. They're the same everywhere. When I lived in South Carolina, they were everywhere. Truly, if there wasn't a Waffle House on a corner, there was a Sonic. But they were really good. The ones here in Dayton have all been truly atrocious, and I think the last one just closed. So
you want to hear something bizarre and old school?
Yeah,
there has always existed a Pizza Hut restaurant here.
Like a sit-down Pizza Hut restaurant?
Sit down, you can walk in, all those things.
We have one in, I think it's either in Jackson or Chillicothe. They're both kind of out in the same stretch of southeast Ohio, but they still have one out there. And the next time I go, I get booked out there once in a while. Next time I go out there, I'm going to go out early so I can stop. Well, I can't have pizza anymore. Shit. Damn it.
Not even cauliflower crust?
It's the tomato and the garlic. I can't have the tomato and the garlic anymore.
So have an Alfredo one.
I can't have dairy.
There is one. If you ever get here,
I have to make my own pizza most of the time, my guy.
Well, I was gonna say they use oils and.
No, I know the problem. It's the garlic. A lot of times it's garlic. Is with even with any of the sauceless pizzas, there's still a ton of garlic and cheese. Guys, my diet's weird. It's not. I shouldn't say my diet. My doctor ordered food regimen for the rest of my life is very strict.
My requirement to comfortably live.
Yes, my eating for sustenance and sustenance alone. Food requirements. There's these 2 reactors I really enjoy on YouTube previewed, Jay and Adam, and I always they're such stark opposites with food. Jay is truly he used to work in a restaurant. He is truly a foodie, and Adam is very much he didn't grow up in a food friendly household or something, I guess. So it's pretty much just he's always just been I eat for sustenance. you know, chicken and rice and veggies, like very bare bones. And so I'm in their Discord, and every once in a while when the topic of their food taste comes up, I like to joke that, yeah, I have Jay's food taste, but I have Adam's food restrictions. It seems, but I eat like Adam because it's, you know, I mean, granted, the weight loss has been nice, but also I miss pizza.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know what I also miss is people subscribing to our channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, you should definitely do that. It's why, and if you're just listening on the podcast form, subscribe on whatever app you're on. You know, do whatever you got to do, and you know, tell your friends, and then they'll tell two friends, and then they'll tell two friends, and that's like 50 people. So I stole that joke from Family Guy. All right, let's get into I love these, man. I love these. I really do. Let's get into some breaking DC news. Well, I mean, it's breaking because this is the most recent thing, I guess, which is that you know, you know, we've been saying for a while we're on Superman trailer watch. I think that particular doomsday clock just ticked one thing closer to midnight, because Frank Grillo, in an interview about Creature Commandos, said that I believe it was with Collider, said that he has seen the Superman trailer, which James Gunn has said in a recent thread, and this is part we're going to talk about, is currently on his hard drive.
Yeah.
Just waiting. Frank Grillo said he has seen the Superman trailer. He said, I hope I don't get in trouble for this. I got a sneak peek at a little bit of the trailer, and I'm not joking. I'm not blowing this out of proportion. My skin was hot and I had goosebumps. That's how great it is.
Nice.
Thanksgiving is next week. Buzz for Creature Commandos is very hot. Buzz for DC is at an all-time hot. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit too, because of the Penguin, because of a certain show that just wrapped on HBO. So you know, all eyes are really on DC right now, and I think the hype for this trailer, I mean, we're just I mean, I need it.
Yeah. Well, and I was trying to think, like, Creature Commandos is the next comic book property that comes out, like across the board. I'm just talking about like Marvel, because Marvel Agatha All Along is done. Deadpool
just came out. Deadpool and Wolverine just dropped on Disney Plus, and I think that's it for the year.
Yeah.
The
next thing for
them is Captain America on Valentine's Day, I think.
Yeah.
So Creature Commandos December 5th is the next thing. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Creature Commandos. No. What if season 3? Marvel has What If season 3 dropping at the week of Christmas, like they did last year. By the way, can we stop that?
Yeah, but I don't know if they're doing it every night. I think they may just be dropping it.
They might be. I don't know. I have to go back and double check. But I do know that you can do that while I wax poetic a little bit. But yeah. So we're getting 2 more animated shows, from each camp this year, both of which will take us into next year.
Okay. No, they're doing it again.
One a day or one a week?
One a day from December 22nd.
So annoying. Well, also, and
you don't have the other show, so you don't have to react.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're not doing that. Although I will say, just a clever point of crossing the streams a little bit here. It is now that I have seen this latest trailer for Thunderbolts, I get why they delayed season 3 of What If, because if you remember, the original trailer for What If season 3 came out December of last year. Yeah. And they said, hey, but it was the scene, so it was very clearly like, oh, that's parodying a scene from a movie that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah.
So now that Thunderbolts or AKA Marvel's The Suicide Squad is coming out, not mad at it, just calling it like I see it. That trailer was 1000% a Suicide Squad trailer. Again, not mad at it. Thunderbolts is just Marvel Suicide Squad or vice versa. But anyway, so Creature Commandos is the next. Okay. So we're getting one more from each. But Creature Commandos is the loaded potato skins before the main entree that is, Superman with kicking off the DCU. So this is and we're getting 2 episodes. Don't forget, we're getting 2 episodes of Creature Commandos for the premiere. So we will have a review of both episodes for everybody for the podcast that Friday. That's a quick turnaround. Good Lord. Oh, it's gonna be guy. Oh man, but so that gives me. But back to the original point, which is the Superman trailer. I do think, we were speculating that maybe this CC, this Comic-Con Expo thing that's happening down, I think it was Mexico, here in December, which James Gunn did say that unfortunately he was originally trying to go to, but scheduling with I guess Peacemaker and some of it, he said is just not going to be able to. We don't know what, if anything, DC is going to have there, but we know James Gunn himself is not going to be there.
And you can't show the trailer and he not be there.
No, he's got to be there. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I mean, look, I know we had to, but we did 2 Batman trailers during COVID without Matt Reeves.
That's true. Yeah.
Being there. Although our friends at DC Film News did bring up a good point. Can we just bring back fandom at this point? It was all digital. What I know we've said all the reasons why they're not going to do that right now, but I don't know. Make it a Zoom webinar. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I think it's coming soon, though. Yeah, I think it's definitely coming soon.
I wouldn't be surprised if it drops Thanksgiving Day.
Or Black Friday. Can you imagine everybody standing in line and then it's like a scene out of a movie or a TV show, all their phones start dinging at the same time? You know what I mean? God, yeah, Merry Christmas. No kidding. All right, let's go into. Well, let's get into. Let's cross over into the Batman camp, which is that James Gunn confirmed that the script for the Batman 2 has not been like rubber stamped as done yet.
Okay.
So that means that we know that production was scheduled to begin early of next year. Might not be the case now. It seems to me like the script, like Matt Reeves hasn't submitted a final script yet. So not to say that the film isn't happening. It's still very, he said, no, the film is, he's like, it's happening. He's like, I'm just waiting for Matt to say, here's the one I want you to start production on. Yeah. So we know that. So, we originally, maybe that January, February date might get pushed a little bit, but that's kind of Hollywood in general.
Well, and it's also like now I know it's a little different because technically this is not DCU, and James Gunn was very specific about, hey, if it's DCU,
Comic-Con Expo is in Brazil, not Mexico. I misspoke. Sorry.
No worries. But no, I think James Gunn was very specific about the DCU films. Nothing would be announced until the script is finalized.
Which, and I was going to bring that up a little bit because he just did an interview with IGN like the other day and literally said he's like scripts story first. Yeah. And we're gonna get in. I want to talk about that a little more in depth in a little bit, but so I'll let you go back to your saying. But yeah, scripts.
So I don't know if Matt Reeves' Batman stuff falls under that, in the idea that just because the script has not been finalized doesn't mean everything else isn't still happening.
Well, no, you're right, but they're not going to start shooting without a script, without a
you
this,
would
without a you would think. Well, but again, it sounds to me like he's just saying like we're just we don't have.
Yep. Stop asking questions. It's not lockdown, is what he's saying.
But to your point about, you got to remember, he is still the head of DC Studios, not just the DCU. Like, basically, he's the head of anything DC does, film or TV otherwise. Whether or not it's part of the only thing he really decides ultimately is whether or not it's part of the DCU, it seems like. And we know he had that we know that from he had a conversation with Matt Reeves about folding his world into the DCU because they were like, hey Matt, this rules. could we ride the coattails a little bit? And he was like, nah, y'all, no, this is my sandbox. Which it's fine. So the script's not done yet, but we know it's coming. And it's speaking on that too, we've had a lot more comments from Matt Reeves and such on what to expect from the Batman Part 2 as far as our Batman and Bruce Wayne, which I think does actually does set up how we might see an answer for your and a lot of other people's question, which is where was Batman during the events?
Yeah.
At the end of the Penguin. And so what Matt Reeves has said is that at this point, we are dealing with a Bruce Wayne / Batman, a Bruce Wayne that blames himself for the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And is now finding it difficult to continue being Batman because he feels like he hasn't figured out the right way to do it yet. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but but which I mean, I think falls pretty much in line with what you would figure. And it also does, I think, okay, well then, if that might be the first time that bat signal's gone up.
Yeah.
Since, you know what I mean? That might be the first. So that might be the first time he has seen that bat signal. Maybe that's their way of saying like, hey, Batman, where are you?
Yeah.
Maybe that was the city's way of saying what we've all been saying, which is, hey, this shit's getting weird. Where is Batman?
Yeah. So he's at home washing his tights.
I love you so goddamn much. That was so, guys, if you're not subscribing for that, I don't know what else it takes. Seriously, if that doesn't get you to subscribe, I don't know what will. If that got you to subscribe, comment down below with the time code that's the moment that got you to subscribe.
I thought you'd like that.
I love you, sir. I love you so very much. Make my life just a little bit brighter. So I think what the fuck I was talking about.
You're talking about it's answering where Batman's been.
So I think we've all but I think at this point we've all but answered that question. I think Matt Reeves has all but said, "Don't worry, we're going to explain it."
There's a story that's happening. It's not just him watching his stuff.
Yeah, Matt Reeves is saying, "Trust me, guys. You've seen the movie, you've seen the show. I got this."
There will be answers. Don't worry.
Let me cook.
Yeah. We just got past the appetizers, guys.
Yeah. All right.
Here's the sorbet. We got the protein.
All right. So we've done some DCU. We've done some Matt Reeves epic crime saga verse, whatever the hell, some Elseworlds. Let's go into some comics for a little bit. We've been singing the praises the hell out of the Absolute comics from DC right now. So Batman, Absolute Batman, confirmed by Scott Snyder, is somebody, because somebody asked him on Threads, will number 5 be the last issue for Absolute Batman? What's the future of the Absolute universe? Scott Snyder responded, just to make this clear, Absolute Batman is an ongoing series. Smiley face. Nick and I are signed on for at least a couple years, and if you guys keep buying it, we want to go a long, long time. The first arc, titled The Zoo, is just 5 issues long, not the series. So we're gonna keep playing in this as long as it keeps selling. And speaking on that, sell the hell it did. I gotta get the actual number here because Scott Snyder posted it on Instagram, but Absolute Batman, here it is. Absolute Batman number 1, issue number 1, claims best-selling comic of 2024 with nearly 400,000 copies sold.
Holy mackerel.
So keep in mind, that means that it's November, it's October when that came out. That means, like, as well as everything else has sold up to that point that year, and DC's been selling a lot of comics this year.
Mm-hmm.
That means that, like, Absolute Batman number 1 outsold the shit out of all of them, and we don't even have the numbers on number 2 or Absolute Wonder Woman number 1, which was even harder to find for people than Absolute Batman. So, and we don't even know, and Absolute Superman had to go into a second print within like the first week.
I really think that the stores, because I know the store I go to, they all under ordered because they were like, nothing sells.
Mine did too.
Every single one gone.
Mm-hmm. They haven't been able to keep them.
Yeah, I got there when I picked up Absolute Batman number 2. I got there 10 minutes after they opened, and there was one more issue on the shelf because I swapped covers.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me that.
And it was just like, good night. You guys, why? Okay.
It's man, I look that many. That's why we started reading it, because we were like, okay, this many people can't be wrong, right?
Yeah. I was interested already. I just wasn't sure what it was going to be, but it is definitely like, this is so cool.
Yeah. And again, like we've put up our my random poll review of it was basically just, hey guys, the Batmobile is the Killdozer. What else do you need to know? But also, more on that, it also appears like not only is that the Batmobile, that's also like the Bat Cave. I guess it's like the all-in-one.
Yeah,
like a mobile.
It's big enough.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
It truly is the Killdozer. I mean, it's not an exaggeration.
No, it's definitely, because I didn't get a chance to talk about number 2. You did, because you did the thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you didn't get a chance to talk about number 2. Please do. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Like, I really like what they're doing here. The setup of it's kind of like that cartoon, The Batman, where it started out being nothing like a normal Batman cartoon. Then by like season 3, it was a Batman cartoon with Gordon and Batgirl, and then eventually Robin shows up. With this, it's like, oh, Batman's not with Alfred. That's weird. And Alfred's a special agent. Like, by the end of episode or issue 2, it's like, oh no, we're getting Alfred and Batman just in a completely different capacity. So I thought that was really cool. It's great. I'm really excited about where this title's going.
Yeah, I am too. And especially, again, like, we're coming up on, I think Wonder Woman number 2 should be coming out here soon.
That's what I was just looking up.
Right.
I think it's not. I don't know.
Or we're not getting that one for a bit.
It's saying cover date January, but I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Really? Maybe there was a delay on that one. What about Superman?
That's what I'm trying to. Let's see. Absolute.
I haven't been to the shop yet this week, so I don't know. We're recording this on Wednesday night. But just say, by the way, guys, we're recording this Wednesday night at 9 p.m. right now at present. So if we've missed anything between now and then,
it's because it happened after.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just put this up early. Just be like, there, it's up now. It's not our fault.
I'm.
All right, so we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out later.
So Wonder Woman number 2 is sometime in November, 11/27. Just pre-order. So maybe it's not till.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll cover it when we get to it, guys. We go to the comic book. I go to the comic book shop once a week, so we'll cover it when we cover it.
Email notification of what is pulled. I've not got an email notification that it has come out. So when it does, we will talk about it.
Yeah, we'll be fine. But either way, loving it. Can't wait. So it's great that the number 1 sold. I mean, that's an astronomical number. I mean, that is insane. That is
for this era of comics. It is
for an era where comic books are seen as a dying, if not dead, medium. Yeah. For DC to be in such, coming off of just a run of years of bad optics and bad public perception from the average nerd, the average person, for them to have. Again, so the Penguin number one show, like across the board, to have the number 1 show on television, to be the number 1 selling comic book. Creature Commandos still hasn't come out yet, and Superman's coming out next summer.
Yeah,
we say this every week. What a time to be a DC fan, Matt.
Yeah, they've come back. They're definitely.
It's there. It is just, I'm trying to find the Penguins actual, because they put up a thing about it.
Did you see that video I sent you of like the last day of shooting?
Oh my God. If you guys haven't seen this yet, it's on Instagram. There's a video of is the last day of shooting, the final scene. And this way, if you haven't seen the show, it's spoilers. But it's Colin Farrell, full makeup, in the tuxedo in the apartment, and they shot the last scene, and he's thanking everyone he's giving, his farewell last day of shooting speech, but he's doing it in his normal Colin Farrell, soft Irish voice, but in full Penguin. It is so upsetting. It is so not fun to watch, but at the same time, weird. It totally is. Weird. Yeah. I couldn't find the thing I found, but basically, I mean, the Penguin has absolutely like just crushed all the streaming numbers for the year across the board. And now it just, we are looking forward like optimistically now in a way. Remember when Blue Beetle was coming out?
Yeah.
And we were like, I just hope this is like
good
fun, I just want to have watchable. A good time. And it wound up, I mean, you and I both talked very highly about that movie. We were like, okay, DC, all right. And then we started to see things coming, and then like My Adventures with Superman starts coming out, and then Batman Cape Crusader, and these little fringe things start dropping in here and there that start to make us feel like, hey guys, remember, DC can still just be fun, and let's remember the good that is DC. Let's remember the good. Let's build some of that goodwill about things we like with DC again, and it just we're getting there in a really special way. I think, Matt.
No, I think between how good a lot of the comics have been over the last several months, with Penguin knocking it out, and again, like, I can't imagine Creature Commandos is going to be crap.
No, not if if they suddenly decide, hey, let's drop 2 episodes.
Yeah. Because usually if something's bad, it's just like, here's everything, bye.
It's either here or like you see something like you did with Madam Web, where like the marketing push is like through the roof. You know what I mean? Like Madam Web was everywhere. It was on pop cans, billboards, T-shirts. I mean, you couldn't get away from it because they were like, we need people to go see this movie, so we're gonna just blow our marketing budget.
And it failed.
Boy, did it. So like, we're not seeing that with this. James Gunn is taking the approach of, we're gonna let this. It was anything with the Penguin.
Yeah,
like the Penguin was basically just like, here's a few trailers. Didn't really do a whole, like, it wasn't like 30,000 trailers with a bunch of new footage. It was a lot of just the same footage recycled. Yeah. And hey, don't forget that Colin Farrell's in this, and he rules.
Yeah,
plain and simple. So I think with Creature Commandos and all that, I really feel like I want to go ahead and get into this now. So James Gunn did this interview with IGN, and it's a great interview, by the way, and a lot of things, again, give you a lot of hope and confidence that they're taking their time. That's where a lot of these quotes about like being story and script first. Everything is in service of the story. We don't move forward on anything until we are satisfied on a script, and having moments like that. He keeps saying things like this in such a way that almost feel like not so subtle digs at the way things have been done on the other side of the aisle for a little bit. And by that, I mean Marvel, not a political side of the aisle. That's and I say this as somebody who has been a bigger fan of recent MCU than most people. It's still been a bit of a disjointed mess, very much in service of putting out of quantity over quality.
Yeah.
And the way James Gunn has been speaking, it's been almost very pointed, as if to say, we're doing things different than Marvel, but I don't want to say that because I'm still trying to be nice to Marvel. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, and I remember like maybe a little over a year ago, he was on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, and he just basically called out everybody.
He did.
He was like, it's not just...
You didn't basically do it. He did.
Yeah. It's not just Marvel. It's DC. Yeah. It's everybody. Anybody who's doing this stuff, this is how they're doing, because they think the wave of this genre is going to help their thing. Like, no, I'm not doing that. We are stopping. We are making sure the story's there, because the story has to be first. So
we're making good movies and shows that happen to be about comic book characters.
So I think it's a dig at everybody because and I also think that also for me, it's a trust me, guys, it's different than before.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah,
and I think that's where and I'm I'm not specifically knocking just the Snyder stuff. There was so much of that stuff before that was just
the old guard at Warner Brothers in general. Like everything since this big Warner Brothers Discovery thing happened, and don't get me wrong, it has not been clean. There have been some major foul ups from the top down at Warner Brothers Discovery since this whole thing happened. Don't even get me started on Batgirl. Don't even get me started on the people who lost jobs. Like it's like other projects that have been shelved. Don't even get me started. But and I feel like James Gunn and Peter Safran, who James Gunn has said is not active on social media, which I feel like is, I wish, but James Gunn has been I think is very adamant about like Warner Brothers, DC, all of that has a really bad reputation. You know what I mean? And they're not taking a break. They are weaning us off of them a little bit and then easing us back in with good graces. And I feel like, to your point, that is James Gunn's way of saying, hey guys, I know I inherited a ship full of holes. I am doing my best to patch it up, to make it seaworthy. Just give me time and just give me your patience and trust me. You know, that's how I feel about that.
No, it pretty much exactly what I meant. Like, this is different. Trust me, give the ride a chance. It's going to be awesome.
All right, let's get off our soapbox for a little bit. This is just cool news in DC. Okay. So in Burbank, California, about a week ago from today, they unveiled a Jon Stewart Green Lantern statue next to the Wonder Woman and Batman statue that they have there on the streets of Burbank.
Nice. That's awesome.
Did you see the statue?
Oh, yes, I did.
It is a good statue.
Yes.
That's a cool statue. That's a statue I want to get my picture taken in front of. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that was cool. We also got, let's get some stuff from the Peacemakers set too. James Gunn has been on set, and so like clearly he is like doing the episodes he's directing. I think they're working very hard on Peacemaker season 2. They had some students from Chi Nation who visited the Peacemaker set a couple days ago, which was really cool. And then we also got some set pictures of Big Belly Burger. We're getting Big Belly Burger, which was cool to see. I mean, it was, we saw it in Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
It was honestly a mainstay of the Arrowverse. So like, and it's been a mainstay of DC, like in the background. I mean, for a long time. So it's cool to see that like it's going to be there, and it's going to be apparently like a big thing. Apparently, that they're building a whole ass set to it. Like they've even got like the inside of the restaurant with Big Belly Burger merch and everything. It's going to be like a whole ass set piece. It looks like.
Maybe that's their new base. Maybe he lives above it now. Who knows?
I mean, I'm not mad at it. Frank Grillo also said something more about he said that Rick Flag Sr. is an integral part of season 2 of Peacemaker. So like Frank Grillo is in Creature Commandos, and we know he's in Superman, and he's gonna be like we knew he was gonna be in Peacemaker season 2.
Yeah, I
figured we were gonna get like an episode of him dealing with the repercussions of that.
Yeah.
No, apparently apparently Rick Flag Sr. is gonna be like, are we setting him up to be like our new Nick Fury ish kind of thing? Or maybe not Nick Fury, but like whatever the hell Julia Louis-Dreyfus is supposed to be in the MCU. Kind of sort of, I don't know, but it seems to me like Rick Flag Sr. and Frank Grillo are going to be a big part of James Gunn's DCU. It seems like.
Well, if he's that top tier commander of Cadmus or whatever the bad guy organization is that is
I don't know
even if
what
it's just the government. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like
I think it's Argus. I think it's Argus.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We don't know what the situation is with them after Peacemaker season 1 because remember, Adebayo put all that shit out there.
Yeah.
So we haven't really seen what the fallout from that is yet.
No. So I think that's what it is. I think he is the guy who is on the government side, who is the head of dealing with all of these superpowered beings,
metaphysical,
metahumans.
metahuman. That's the word.
So he's the head of the organization going against them. So he's going to be at the, Peacemaker's become a problem. I'm here to take care of it.
Well, and also
Commandos, my team. Like,
he's got a bone to pick with Peacemaker. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Peacemaker killed his kid.
Yeah. That he had when he was 12.
Still gonna need.
It's Frank Grillo. Frank Grillo could do it.
I mean, no, I don't. I'm sure Frank Grillo was pulling out of the womb. That's not the question. just trying to do the math on. It's just I'm gonna need them to address that. Yeah. That's one of those I'm gonna need that addressed. Even if it's just as simple as like, wow, you look really good for someone with a kid that old, and you'd be like, I know, thank you. Like, even if I don't care if it's just like, give me one joke. Like it was like in when we first got Marissa Tomei as Aunt May.
Yeah.
And there's all these jokes about like, oh, your aunt is really hot. And it's like, yeah, we're used to Aunt May being 70.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, let's see. Joel Kinnaman is 44.
We've done the math on this.
59. I mean,
we've done the math on this. Unless again, he could very easily say like, hey, I look a lot in high school. I don't know. Like, I mean, look, I don't know, but
yeah, got a high school somehow.
Look, it's like, why do you think I joined the military?
Yeah.
I mean, look, look, I'm not speaking out of pocket. I'm from the South. Okay. That is half the people I went to high school with. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's everything out of the DCU camp. I mean, James Gunn's been going on a general, like,
answering random
questions. Yeah. So like stuff like that. It's been mostly not a lot of confirming, a lot of just disproving kind of thing.
Yeah.
We did get a cool thing here. This is more for the nerds. What on this podcast? Sam McCurdy, who was the cinematographer for Shogun and won an Emmy for it earlier this year, well deserved, is also the doing cinematography on Peacemaker.
Oh, nice.
So this is gonna look good.
It's gonna look really, really good.
It's gonna look really, really good. I think that's all the things. I'm probably forgetting something. Matt, am I forgetting something? I think that's. Oh no, I am totally forgetting some things. Okay, here we go. For one, let's talk about some. Speaking of James Gunn disproving stuff, there was a heavy rumor floating around for a bit. That Nicholas Hoult was reportedly appearing as a young Lex Luthor in DC Studios' Creature Commandos, to which James Gunn said it is not true. Plenty of fun appearances in Creature Commandos, but no Lex, young or otherwise, and Creature Commandos only happens months before Superman.
So that gets rid of it being in a different time frame.
So, which I think we already figured was probably not going to be the case anyway, but I mean, again, so that completely answers that altogether. Also, we mentioned them earlier, but so DC Film News and a few other like DC news aggregators got to watch all the full season of Creature Commandos, and will be putting up their reviews when the embargo lifts on December 2nd.
Okay, perfect.
So keep an eye out for those if you guys are interested in the early reviews.
Did you want to talk about Alan Tudyk as well?
I did want to talk about Alan Tudyk as well, because Alan Tudyk, because he's in everything.
Yes.
Because he is, I think, the next Mel Blanc at this point.
For film.
I'm glad you get that reference. And I doubt anybody else did. Google him, kids. But yeah, Alan Tudyk has been officially cast as the voice of Clayface in Creature Commandos. You may be thinking, well, that can't be right. He voiced Clayface and Harley Quinn. Yep, sure did. Joker too.
Yeah.
We did a lot.
Yeah.
He's also voicing him in this. And but he is described as being an absolute, I think he said, psychopath serial killer. Which is what I have been crying for from a Clayface forever. So apparently James Gunn listens to our show. That's what I'm going off of. So how are you feeling about that?
I mean, dude, Alan Tudyk can do no wrong.
Tell me why you don't like this, Matt.
Right. Because I want him doing more Resident Alien. That's why I'm mad.
I still haven't watched Resident Alien, and I've heard it is absolutely delightful.
It's incredible for all the different reasons.
Hey, you want to talk about something that's incredible? This is totally off topic. I meant to do a what are you watching earlier over the weekend. This past week, my mom just had like a sleepless Sunday. Got up at 5 a.m. and binged all of Cross with Aldous Hodge on Prime.
Yeah.
And I sat down and watched a good chunk of it with her. And by the way, Aldous Hodge, Hawkman from Black Adam, one of the two good parts of that movie. Give Aldous Hodge. There's not enough Emmys to go around for all the good TV that came out this year. I cannot wait to sit down and watch Cross beginning to end on my own. Aldous Hodge and Cross is to die. The show slaps, but Aldous Hodge rules.
Yeah, I've seen the trailers, and that's one of those book characters that I've always been like, if you guys could get this right, I bet you it'd be great. He's like Reacher, but a detective. So
he's street level Reacher, and it is, bro. It's it's good. Oh,
yeah, because we burned through the first season of Tracker, so we're looking for something.
It's dark. It ain't for kids, but it's good. Yeah. So Cross is really good. By the way, Aldous Hodge is Hawkman. James Gunn, since we know you're listening now, apparently, make sure that sticks around, please.
Yeah, cherry pick that,
and find a way to keep Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, because that
is amazing.
That should. I hate that movie so much.
The only good to come out of that movie is that weird thing where it's Pierce Brosnan and Will Ferrell when they're doing the presenting the award, and he's just looking at him and he's just like, man, you're good looking.
One other comic thing I wanted to bring up before we do wrap up here. This is a pretty cool thing. I messaged you about this. So Christian Ward is working on a new Two-Face comic. It's part of a 6-issue miniseries, and it's going to feature characters like Victor Zsasz, the Royal Flush Gang, King and Queen, and Baby Doll from Batman the Animated Series, who has never appeared in a DC comic that wasn't like an animated series adjacent.
Yeah.
He hasn't appeared in like a DC comic proper yet. And Baby Doll is one of those characters that, like, as soon as I read that, it got me thinking, oh, this could be good. You could have some fun with.
Dude, the 2 or 3 episodes she was in, especially that weird one in the 4th season, which her Killer Croc, like,
that episode. Oh man. Yeah.
And she is she's an extra figure in the Killer Croc action figure set for.
Oh my god, that's right. I forgot about that. So is the Egg Baby if you get the Batman Beyond one, which is so expensive. Those episodes with Baby Doll, because the more I thought about it, I was like, really, baby, those episodes were really good.
Yeah,
they were also really messed up.
Yeah. What was her catchphrase?
I didn't mean to.
That's right. I didn't mean to.
Oh man. So I like the idea of a, like, again, with the way DC's been cooking. Like, give me but also that's one of those, it's like, but then that gets me wondering, like, that's a character I'd like to see. And again, it's like up there with like Mad Hatter. It's like, if you guys want to do something just truly like out there with some live action, Matt Reeves. I mean, if you can find a way to make Baby Doll work, and if anybody can, it's you, Matt Reeves.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyway, I think
that's it. I think
that's all the things. I know that there is this Batman Beyond fan film that came out with the dude from Titans is in it.
Beast Boy,
yeah, from Beast Boy. We are aware of it. We are considering taking a look at it. We will more on that to come. Also, just again, for those who don't know, guys, it's the holiday season for just about everyone this time of year. So hey, there will be some times over the next couple months where we don't put shit out.
Or if we put it out, it's so banked it may be old. But hey,
there might be some outdated stuff in there. But we try to keep the. But anyway, so just heads up going forward. As we do every year. We've been doing this almost for 3 years now, man.
Is it what?
We're coming up on 150 episodes.
It doesn't feel like that.
I know it does. It feels like we've been doing this for like a year. It's been almost 3 years. Coming up on 100, and we're gonna have to do something special for 150 episodes. I don't know what we'll have to do, a live or something, maybe a live Q&A, maybe a live Q&A.
What episode are we on now?
I think this is like 134.
Okay, so 150 is definitely 2025.
150 is next year, but it's also coming up soon.
Okay. Well, it'd be cool if we did the 150 episode before I'm not 50 anymore. That's all.
That would be really great. But hey, guys, it would also be really great if we could get to 100 subscribers. It would be really awesome. We're at 49.
Nice.
And we're recording this, which is really cool. We've come a long way in just a couple of months. I mean, and I realize 49 subscribers isn't a lot, but considering this is something that we do for shits and giggles, and 49 people seem to think that it's worth coming back to, we really appreciate that. So if there's anything we missed, and I'm sure there is, there's got to be. Let us know down in the comments, please. And also you can let us know on social media. We're figuring out Matt's. Matt's got a few. I know it says at Mr. J Ninja, but
that's why I always say you can find me on Twitter.
It's true,
at Mr. J Ninja, because nowhere else am I
Mr. J Ninja. Everywhere else, it is something different.
But anywhere else, you don't want to see, because it's just my family and a bunch of nonsense.
Honestly,
if you want to get nerdy. If you want to get nerdy, Twitter is where to go.
Yeah, or you just hit us up on there at WATB Pod. You can find me at Twitter, not on Twitter. If you find me on Twitter, you will find a link to everywhere else you can find me. At Mr. Mike Shea. Matt told you where you can find his. Again, we're coming up on 150. We're gonna do something, and just happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, as we're coming up on it, and just. Go read some comics, and it's a great time to be a DC fan. So go be a DC fan, and we will see you again next time here on We Are the Batman. Same bat time, same bat podcast channel.
Bye bye.